throughout the book of Judges, we see a pattern that repeats itself over and over again, which is an extremely important pattern. One of the, I would say, the key core lessons that the entire Hebrew Bible is teaching. It's sort of like a sine curve. We, the Jewish people, we understand that we have a contractual agreement with God. And it's the most oft-repeated prophecy in the Bible. God says, do what you're supposed to do. Have a good relationship with me, God says, and with each other. That's very important. And God says everything will go fine. You'll live in your land. You'll prosper. Your crops will grow. The rain will fall. You'll be a nation that will be a light to nations, and you'll elevate the whole world. But if not, if you don't keep one side of that agreement, okay, you're going to suffer the consequences. And we see the entire book of Judges is basically, it's like a sine curve repeating over and over again. The Jewish people, we stray in our relationship, we go down. And when God gets angry with us, we don't have supernatural punishment, lightning bolts coming from heaven and the ground swallowing us up, as we understand. God generally likes to do things derech hateva, through the natural way. So the most oft-repeated symptoms of us blowing it, which we see constantly in the book of Judges and repeated always throughout the Bible, are, number one, is no rain. The most direct sign we have of God being happy with what we're doing is getting water, the most basic commodity you need to live. But another one is also very powerful. Losing the land to our enemies. And that's what you see in the book of Judges. We stray, we go down, and our enemies, usually the Philistines, they go up. And as we get our act together, our fortune goes up and theirs goes down. But the most important lesson to understand from all of this, and it's as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago, is when bad things happen to us, when evil people come against us, when we're being attacked by our enemies, whether it's the Philistines thousands of years ago or the Palestinians of today, and it's not an accident that the name is similar, that's just a symptom. We Jews always understand that the real cause has to do with our relationship with each other or with God. And if we understand that, we then understand how we're supposed to act. If a person has some very serious illness in their body that also leads to, let's say, some sort of external sores or rash, of course you go to the pharmacy and you buy some cream or ointment for the rash, but you're not going to get better until you really treat the disease. And that is the great lesson of the entire book of the Judges. And it's actually a very empowering one. Because even when things seem so impossibly stacked against the Jewish people, we understand that really we have a contractual agreement. God runs the world. And if we get our act together and do what we're supposed to do, those seemingly insurmountable problems will disappear and we will live in peace and prosper and change the world.